Good morning. Last article of third unit. Op-amp as non-inverting amplifier. Op-amp as non-inverting amplifier. There are different ways of drawing circuit for non-inverting amplifier. Let me draw it with two different styles. The first one is two ways. Let me see, the shooting is on. Yes. Here I have shown two ways of drawing, two styles of drawing the operational amplifier as non-inverting amplifier. What is meaning of non-inverting? The input voltage to be amplified is given to non-inverting input terminal and inverting input terminal is grounded. Inverting input terminal is grounded. inverting input terminal is grounded. Input Vi to be amplified is given to non-inverting. Input Vi to be amplified is given to non-inverting. Why this figure drawn for the operational amplifier is known as non-inverting amplifier? Because the input voltage to be amplified is given to non-inverting input and inverting input is grounded. The feedback loop is present in the inverting input and output. The feedback loop is not present in the non-inverting input. Feedback is in both the figures. It is not provided to the non-inverting input. It is provided to the inverting input. The input voltage Vi and the output voltage Vo will be in phase. If Vi is positive, Vo will be positive. If Vi is negative, Vo will be negative. So phase of input is retained at the output. There is no change in phase of the input when it goes to output through the non-inverting input terminal of the operational amplifier. And therefore, this type of circuit in figure 2 or circuit in figure 1, it is the circuit for non-inverting amplifier. Op-amp used as non-inverting amplifier. Let us try to find out the voltage gain with the feedback of op-amp as non-inverting amplifier. Let me first come to this figure. Actual voltage applied is Vi. Voltage coming between inverting and non-inverting input terminals because of feedback is V. Current flowing through R1 is I1, through R2 is I2. When I2 flows through R2, when it comes at this node, it sees two paths. One part of I2 flows through R1 as I1. Remaining part I3 flows through inverting input. So current, according to this figure, current I2 should be equal to current I1 plus current I3. According to this figure, I2 must be equal to I1 plus I3. But you know one thing, input impedance of the operational amplifier is infinity. If input impedance is infinity, this infinite input impedance does not allow current I3 to pass through the operational amplifier. As I3 is not allowed to pass through the operational amplifier by the infinite input impedance, it means that this I3 should be 0 because of infinite input impedance of the operational amplifier. This I3 is 0. It means that we must have I1 is equal to I2, equation number 2. So the correct equation for currents I1 and I2 are I1 is equal to I2. Now Vi is the input voltage applied, Va is the voltage coming at the inverting input, Vb is the voltage coming at the non-inverting input, V is difference of voltage, that is difference of Va and Vb present between inverting and non-inverting. This is ground level, this is higher level, this is lower level. It means that voltage VB should be equal to V plus VA. Voltages are always measured with respect to ground. VB is at the higher level. Therefore, this VB should equal to this voltage plus this voltage when they are measured with respect to ground. So, from this geometry of figure, the voltage equation will be VB is equal to V plus VA. From the geometry of this figure, we can write VB is equal to V plus VA, equation number 3. It is non-inverting operational amplifier, and so open loop gain will be A is equal to VO divided by V. Open loop gain should be A is equal to VO by V. Non-inverting sign of input and output will be same. There is no inversion. So, A is equal to VO by V. And from this equation, we can write V is equal to VO divided by A, equation number 4. So, value of V is VO by A. Let us see what is value of VA. To know value of VA, come to this figure, come to geometry of this figure. VO is voltage present along or across series combination of R2 and R1. This voltage is measured with respect to ground. This terminal is at the same point. This is ground and this is ground. So, voltage VO is measured across series combination of R1 and R2. This is acting as voltage divider network. Out of VO, voltage coming across R1, that is VA, is provided at inverting input of the operational amplifier. Okay, how to take this VA, this voltage, what is this voltage? VO, multiply by this resistance divided by the total resistance. So, from geometry of this figure, we can simply write VA is equal to VO into R1 divided by R1 plus R2, equation number 5. Value of V is found in equation 4. Value of VA is found in equation 5. VB is known, V plus VA. Let us substitute values of V and VA from equations 4 and 5 into equation 3, so that VB will be, let me wipe out this figure. So, after substituting value for V and VA in equation 3 becomes VB is equal to, V is this, VO divided by A plus VA is this, VO into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. This is for the, if VO is taken common, it will become 1 divided by A plus R1 divided by R1 plus R2, VB. But what is VB? This VB is nothing but this VA. And so let me write Vi for this Vb. Vi is equal to Vo into this. What is a open loop gain? Open loop gain of an operational amplifier is infinite. 1 divided by infinity, this will become 0. And what left? Vo into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So we got Vi is equal to Vo into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. This is for the AF is equal to Vo by Vi. This Vi take on to this side. Vo by Vi is AF. Closed loop gain or voltage gain with negative feedback. R1 plus R2 divided by R1. Or further, AF is equal to Vo by Vi is equal to 1 plus R2 by R1. Equation number, I think, 6. So equation 6 gives the expression for voltage gain of operational amplifier when used in non-inverting mode. So AF, closed loop gain or voltage gain with negative feedback of non-inverting operational amplifier is Vo by Vi, that is equal to 1 plus R2 by R1. If we observe equation 6, we find that gain of non-inverting amplifier is only decided by R2 and R1 plus 1. 1 is constant, it is numeral, not going to change. R1 and R2 are linear electronic components. Values of these linear electronic components are not going to change. It means that the voltage gain with feedback of an operational amplifier when used in non-inverting mode is independent of the parameters of operational amplifier. It is independent of the open loop gain. It is independent of the aging of the operational amplifier. It is independent of temperature variations. It is independent of replacement of the operational amplifier of same type by other one. So there may be any changes in the parameters of the operational amplifier. All these things are not going to affect this gain, because this voltage gain is only decided by values of R1 and R2. Values of R1 and R2 are fairly constant. They are independent of all parameters of operational amplifier, and therefore voltage gain of operational amplifier when used as non-inverting amplifier is independent of the operational amplifier itself. It depends only on the values of R1 and R2, which are fairly constant, and therefore this gain will always be constant. This configuration of operational amplifier is such that it enhances, it increases the input impedance of the operational amplifier with feedback, which is given by Zi into 1 plus A beta, where Zi is the input impedance of the operational amplifier without any feedback. Zi dash input impedance of the operational amplifier with negative feedback when it is used in non-inverting mode, and we find that zeta is increased by 1 plus A beta times. It means that value of input impedance is increased to very large extent by this connection of this type of connection of the operational amplifier, equation number 7. At the same time, output impedance with feedback of the operational amplifier is given by this equation. ZO dash is equal to ZO divided by 1 plus A beta, equation number 8, where ZO is output impedance of the op amp without any feedback. ZO dash is output impedance of the op amp with negative feedback when op amp is used in non-inverting mode. It is decreased by how many times? 1 plus A beta times. So output impedance of the operational amplifier decreased to very small extent. Decrease is very large, and therefore input and output impedance of the operational amplifier when it is used in non-inverting mode will be comparable with the ideal values of input and output impedances of an ideal operational amplifier. This is about op amp as a non-inverting amplifier. One more thing I can tell you for inverting as well as non-inverting amplifier. Gain in inverting is decided by R2 and R1. Gain in non-inverting is also decided by R2 and R1, and therefore all types of voltages will be equally amplified by the operational amplifier when it is used in inverting mode, when it is used in non-inverting mode. Inverting and non-inverting can be used to amplify DC voltages. Inverting and non-inverting modes of operation of op amp can also be used to amplify AC voltages. And we find that the gain for AC and DC is not decided by any other parameter. It will be only decided by values of the resistances R1 and R2. This is cost advantage of using op amp as inverting and non-inverting amplifier, because it provides infinite bandwidth. Any voltage AC or DC can be amplified equally by using op amp in inverting and non-inverting mode. This is cost advantage of an op amp when it is used as inverting or non-inverting operational amplifier with negative feedback. This is about op amp as inverting amplifier in the earlier article, and in this article op amp as non-inverting amplifier. Hope you got both these articles. With this we complete the third unit, operational amplifier. Last unit is left, sinusoidal oscillators. We shall start this unit in the next lecture. Thank you.